taking it. It's nice one.
Alright, so Bubby, come here. Look.
Nice little spot.
So we're here in Jim's room. We got a Ouija board. We got the voice box. We got the EVP. And we're gonna see if we can contact Jim's spirit here in the room.
What are you talking about?
We're not gonna do any of that shit.
Oh,
we're just,
I thought you were serious.
we're just gonna hang out in the room and.
No, because I thought.
For copyright purposes. Alright, we thought we would film this at night because it would be a lot less traffic and you can hear us, there wouldn't be a lot of noise, and that's not the fucking case. But, Bubby. Hi there, everybody. I'm Tim.
Bob.
Welcome back to the Pinky Toe Show, and we are here at
Cienega Motel.
the Alta Cienega Motel. Let Bubby tell you.
Jim Morrison's room is at this motel.
So we're here at the corner of, let me show you guys. You can see that. Hold on. Santa Monica Boulevard. And here comes the traffic. And right over there, the La Cienega Boulevard. And from 1968 to 1970, this was Jim Morrison's stomping grounds right here. And we'll show you exactly why. But right here at the Alta Cienega in the room, we left it open, we left the light on so you can, oh no way, I mean, somebody must be up in there, Bubby. Look, isn't that cool? Somebody's in there. But yeah, from 1968 to 1970, Jim basically lived here. You know, if he wasn't, who's that guy? If he wasn't, if the doors weren't on the, why is the flash on?
I don't know.
If the doors weren't on the road, if the doors weren't, look at all these cars coming, if the doors weren't on the road, out on tour, playing shows, doing TV shows, or whatever they were doing, Jim lived right there in that room from 1968 to 1970. And so we're just going to kind of show you the outside of it. And wait a minute, Bubby. Key. Wait a minute. Wait. What's that, Bubby? Show it. Oh, we're staying the night.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still looking. You know, this place in La Cienega also, we thought, well, the freaks are out at night all the time, Bubby.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Or, no, the freaks are out all the time. But
no, we've seen it
it's just like it's like the, come here, it's like the Houdini song. Oh, the freaks come out at night. We'll show you that later. So, let's go inside and let you guys check out Jim Morrison's room. 32, Alta Cienega Hotel. I gotta stop looking there. I'm just trying to make sure it's in the shot so look at. Alright, let's go. God, why does that keep coming on? Okay, so right here was, oh my God, really? I thought at night there wouldn't be shit. Okay, so right here was a topless bar, Jim's favorite, called the Phone Booth. But we'll get to that later. Whoa, you are forehead right into the headbutt of the camera. But anyway, outside the phone booth was an actual phone booth right here, where Jim called his close friend and poet Michael McClure and told him he had just killed a guy. But it was just for a movie. And if you're a Doors fan, you know the movie Highway. So I'm just going to take you on a little trip at the end of the movie, because he calls Michael McClure, and Michael McClure, he really called him. He recalls that he called him and said that to him, and he didn't know if he was for real or if he was drunk, and he was flipping out. But he called from right here And then I'm going to take you on the last footage here of Highway. He walks straight up this way. And I'll try to put the clip in here, hopefully, man.
Up these steps, you don't know, Jim.
Can you imagine
walking up these steps, and
how many
crawling,
times Jim Morrison walked up these very steps, man?
either
Wobbled
crawling or wobbling,
right after a long night. But I'll show the clip. I don't want to get hit by copyright, but we'll show the clip. And he walks into the room. We'll pause for Bubby to open it. You got the key.
Oh, sure.
Really? Okay, that went smoothly. And he walks straight down through here. And he comes in here. I think the curtain was open. And you can see this window here. But he comes right here. And he takes a leap right there. And that ends the movie. Yeah, but here it is. Room 32, man. 3 years. This is where he lived. Which is hard to believe. I mean, this was the biggest, I mean, of course, back then in the 60s, the Beatles. Bubby, would you come on, dude? That's probably what he did some nights. I don't know. But it depends on how hard he partied that night, but yeah, the Beatles were the biggest rock band in the 60s, of course, but they were from Britain, they were from England. But here in America, the Doors were the biggest American band. And, of course, he had money, but he opted to stay in because back then, this was a $6 a night room. He didn't really have, he wasn't possessive, he didn't really have much possessions, all of his friends say. There's a really good book from a friend that went to school, UCLA film school with him, called Frank Lysiandro.
Oh my God, Dad!
And
come here.
It's a book called Friends Gathered Together. And it's a collection of all of his friends who kind of reveal who the real Jim Morrison was. Instead of all the myth from that horrible Oliver Stone fucking movie with Val Kilmer where he's like, "Ooh, I'm Jim. I'm Jim." That's how he wasn't like that all the time. Even people say like Jim on stage performing was a completely different person than Jim off stage. Like, you would first meet Jim for the first time. I think it was Pamela DeBar met Jim Morrison. So he was very quiet, very shy, very nice. And then later on that night, she saw him perform for the first time, and she was like, "What in that is not the same person I just met a few minutes ago. It can't be." So they make him out to be like this, idiot fucking jerk in the damn movie, and that wasn't him.
That would say something like this: "Let's do acid."
Okay. Well, he did do that. He did do acid,
but not like a jerko like Val Kilmer's Unfortunate
that and No One
Betrayal.
Here Gets Out Alive, which is actually the first book that I read. My mom was a huge Doors fan. She was an artist. She used to draw pictures of Jim Morrison. I might throw those in there for you guys to see because I have them. They're like the only possessions I still have from her, or that I was given, But that was the first book I read as a kid, and I was blown away. But this book, Friends Gathered Together, if you want to see the real Jim Morrison, who he was, it's all of his friends from Fudd Ford, when he went to school, high school in Alameda, all the way through his life. And it's kind of like a Q&A. And they let you know who Jim really was. Or, screw that movie. Don't watch the movie. If you want to see footage of Jim, watch something like Feast of Friends. Go get Feast of Friends. Go get actual footage of Jim. But yeah, this is it, man. He wasn't very possessive. All he had is like a handful of books that he would read, his notebooks with his poetry, you know, and his song lyrics in it, and like the clothes on his back. You know, the friend said that when he, like his clothes got old, and so he would go to the Army surplus store, which we are going to take you to, and show you where he shopped for his clothes. But said you would go into the dressing room, take off the old clothes, put the new ones on, and just leave the old ones there, and just purchase the new clothes and walk out. And they weren't new. It was like a Goodwill, like an Army surplus stores, where Paul Ferreira said that's where him and everyone went.
Who is Frank?
To get their. Oh, it does say who is Frank. Well, that'd be Frank Lysander. But there's a bunch of good stories. At the end, Babe Hill, who I think was his best, closest friend. I think he loved Babe. You know, that's really heartfelt. Him telling how Jim, and what's lost? One of them say, Frank asked him, what with all the sensationalism and the myth and, you know, all these crazy stories about Jim, what do you think anyone telling a story about Jim, what have they missed? Like, what do they leave out? What, and every single one of them said his sense of humor. He was hilarious. He was a really, really hilarious, funny guy. And that's never talked about. I didn't know that just anybody can go on YouTube, right, and do a video. I have a mask on, he doesn't. Jesus, this kid is, what's the word I'm looking for?
A narcissistic.
That's not even a word. That's not even a word.
Or whatever the hell.
But I didn't know that YouTube, as you remember, do you remember when you told me about YouTube? Because you said you had a YouTube channel? I thought I looked up songs on YouTube. That's all I did. That's all I knew it to be. I looked up songs on YouTube, like door songs, videos, live videos, you know, of music. And then this kid tells me that he has a YouTube channel. I'm like, what? I better not be paying for that. And he's like, no, it's free. I'm like, just anybody can jump on there and make videos?
Yep.
It's like, oh. So
Well,
this is the 2 times we just got like pictures.
Well, Dad, there's only one posted
But
video
I'd like to show you
about.
the
It wasn't
last-
YouTube friendly.
The last time we were here, let me spin you around. So the last time we were here, and you can see the date right here, 3/24/18. Bubby would have still been 10 years old, not even a teenager. God, how I can have those years back. But here's something I wrote, of course, one of my favorite lines. When all else fails, we can whip the horse's eyes and make them sleep and cry, from one of my favorite songs of all time, The Salt Parade. And a little something from my mom, because she is the one who introduced me to the Doors when I was a kid. She was born in 1945. She passed away in 2006. So, you know, I'm made of half of my mom's DNA, I put, so she was here with me. Love and miss you, Mom. And then you go around, and Bubby just randomly put Bubby everywhere. Bubby. Bubby. Bubby.
Right here?
And then I didn't even remember this, but just kicking back on the bed, just looking around, you see stuff. And then I caught this. I also put this. Timmy and Bubby love you, 'cause I love that little bird.
Bubby right here as well. Dad, come here. I put a giant Bubby.
No, don't.
Yeah, come on.
Don't do that. I know what joke you're gonna do, because it says...
Peanuts. At least it doesn't say Hail Satan like other ones.
But man, there's so much stuff written on here since, because we were here in 2018. There's so much more stuff written on
And
here.
2016 when we lived in the yellow ball apartments.
Man, it's crazy. And there is somebody yelling out the window right now. As you can see, like before we actually watched TV.
He's even more stupid than
We actually watched TV, but As you can see, they've written all over the TV, but you don't need the TV because this window right here is your TV.
Oh my God, right there. What? You can barely
See
hear.
what I'm saying? You don't need this.
Oh, he's coming down.
This is your TV right here. Look at this guy here at the corner is like,
yelling
man, this.
No, he's yelling.
Please don't have this
He's
dude
gonna yell
come
at
up.
us. He's gonna yell at us because he's yelling at that.
You can see this guy. Look at this guy looking back. I hope you guys are catching this. Move, I can't see it. Oh God, hold on. Let's see if we can catch this without him catching. He's yelling at this poor guy.
Oh, he's got the leash. What? Oh my God!
Bobby.
What the hell, man? Oh my God! I feel so bad for that guy.
So there you go. You don't need this TV here.
What the hell?
This is your TV right here. Bobby, this is supposed to be a video about the doors. We can't just keep... Okay, that's enough of that.
I'm still watching, you guys.
Back to the thing. As you can see, people from all over the world come to visit this room. Doors fans from all over the world. Look, you have Jim Touched Us Down Under from Tracy and Derek, US Trip 09, right there from Australia. Right here, Music
I'm in California right now.
Catwoman 69,
And,
Light
this
Me
guy's-
Fire, Lisboa, Portugal. So yeah, people from all over the, oh my God. I told you not to remove this. Lots of sex. That is why you want to keep. And also, of course, you can see right here, Yogi and Boo Boo made it up here all the way from Jellystone. I'm pretty sure the ranger did not like that. Yeah, but we're probably going to stay here another night. We'll give you a little bit more of the room. Yeah, he lived here from 1968 to 70, man. I'll give you a little more info on it. You see that? That's been here since back in the day. And like I can see before they put the tile, and I'll show you another room. They put this office tile in. I'll show you how it looked originally when he was staying here, because we had to stay in another room. Interesting story. Alright, we're here at the Alta Cienega Motel. About to stay in Jim's room, but it wasn't available last night, so we had to stay in another room. But we're now moving in, and I'm just shooting this because I wanted to let you know. When we get to Jim's room, on the ceiling up here, it'll be, I'll show you, it'll be like the office wood tile ceiling. And, you know, back in the day when Jim stayed here, the ceiling would have looked like this. And that's how it looked like in the room, in room 32. But they like tiled it up. Okay.
Naked guy walking like this.
I don't want to see that.
Dude, I swear to God, he's on drugs.
Well, if he's walking down the street naked, yeah.
He has shorts and a hat on, but
Did he have the face mask? As long as he had the face mask, that's okay. Nothing else is required. Okay, so the song, "The Car Sits by My Window" an LA Woman, was written about and in this room. If you listen, You can hear the cars hissing by the window on La Cienega Boulevard, and they sound like waves on the beach. And when you turn the light off, you can see the cars coming, or the headlights coming through the window shining on the wall. The chick he's talking about in the song, probably a stripper he picked up from the family. God, why does it, oh, that always come on? I didn't realize, Bubby, I didn't realize this, so I was just sitting on the bed. Let's see, there's so much stuff written down in this room. Like I said, you can't read it all, but as you're kicking it on the bed, you just look around and you catch little things, you know what I mean, as you're sitting there. And I think I showed you before, but this, Bubby, look. See where I put Timmy and Bubby was back in March 24th of 2018, the last time we came here. I put Timmy and Bubby, and then I put I love you for you, Bubby. And look,
Yep.
Bubby, look, somebody saw that and thought it was sweet, and they drew a little heart. They drew a little heart right there. I didn't do that. Somebody else was like, oh, that's so sweet, and they drew a little heart. Because how much I love the baby.
He's gonna go, please.
If life is a waste of time, and time is a waste of life, then let's all get wasted together and have the time of our life.
That actually means something besides the big.
Oh my God, there it is again. Also, Bubby, look.
What?
Also, apparently right up here, I can't pronounce that, but obviously, Bubby, obviously somebody traveled from 11 years in the future to be here. To come. I told you, people from all over the world, even 11 years into the future. So, you know, the world's first time traveler, I guess, is a Doors man. That's pretty cool, right? Yeah.
Awesome.
So apparently the world's first time traveler is a Doors man.
We gotta go back to the future, Marty. I don't know if that you
Stayed in Janice's? Well, you don't know. But a video will be coming. We went and stayed in Janice's room, 105, the room she passed away in, at 27 years old. I was actually in the back smoking. I didn't have my phone on me, or else I would have recorded it. But this homeless kid came up on a BMX bike outside of the fence, and he was like, hey man, can you let me in? And I was like, no man, the only way you can come in is through the front, you know? He's like, oh, there's right there. And I'm like, dude, you're pointing to a fence. There's no way in. He's like, do you got a cigarette? I'm like, sure, man. And I gave him a cigarette, and he's like, are you staying here? And I was like, yeah, we're staying in Janis Joplin's room. And he was like, who's that? You know, I was like, Janis? You've never heard of Janis Joplin? How old are you? And he told me 27. Really weird. And, oh my lord. Oh, I forgot which way the camera is, but... So anyway, we come here right after staying in Janice's because we wanted to stay in Jim's room and do a video. And, it wasn't available. I guess someone was staying here the night. So she gave us, so we're like, we'll stay here, you know, is it available tomorrow night? She said, yeah. So I'm like, well, we'll just stay here in the room, and then tomorrow night we'll switch over to Jim's room. And she was like, okay, and we gave her the money, registered in, and lo and behold, the key that she gave us was room 27. As soon as we got in here, and laid our bags down, a car stops right out here at the stop sign, and he's blasting Nirvana Smells Like Teen Spirit, so Kurt's voice is echoing throughout the whole room. Another musician died at 27. It's like 27 has been everywhere. It's kind of weird.
I'm stuff in the shower.
Point in case, you got this.
Yeah, no, look in the shower, dude.
You got this. You got this up here, as you can see. Baby, all night, right?
Oh, come here, come here.
Then you got this picture of Jim right here. But to me, like, if you crop that up, it kind of looks more like the lead singer from the Psychedelic Furs, right? Pretty in case.
What? Come here, come here.
Isn't she?
Come here, nice shoes.
No, but we've been here. This is the third time. And of course, Melinda and Brandon owned Shroom 12-11-10. But then if you look right over here, I was prude and he didn't get laid. Sorry about your luck, Andy. But it might be for the best because I can't find it. God, you see shit and then you lose it. Oh, because AIDS, they all have it, apparently. There's a lot of really negative stuff also written in here. I'm gonna try to stay away from all that as much as possible. You might catch something here and there. It's okay. One funny thing right here, and it was different. They cleaned it off because you can see the tip of the guy's face right here, and it used to be this way. But now it's this way, like it's flipped. Oh no, they just flipped it upside down. They switched the light box, Bubby. They put it upside down. But see, the end of his face is right here, and it used to be up here with the top of the face. And so to turn on the bathroom light, you had to turn this guy on because that's obviously his wiener right there. Bubby's morbid. But yeah. So right here on the wall, it just says aliens. I mean, that's all it is. No explanation. No explanation at all. It just says aliens. You know, usually like here on the wall, like it'll say something fucked up, but then there'll be like an explanation underneath it, right? This just says aliens. No explanation at all. Actually, under it says our fucking economy, which just like brings even more paranoia to it. You know, like if you're in here and apparently,
Oh, God.
well, it's upside down, but as you see, shrooms, tripping on shrooms, or maybe this. It says right here, the LSD. You know, it's written, I'm pretty sure people in here have been, you know, doing all that shit all at once, taking the blue and the red pill from the Matrix at the same time. Just like, you can take this pill, what if I take them both, then what fucking happens, right? I'm pretty sure there's been a lot of this going on in here. Like messing up, and if, you know, if you're sitting there on the bed and all of a sudden you look over here and you read aliens, no explanation at all.
Show this.
That's gonna kind of send you on a bad trip, right? I'm just saying. That, come on, man. I came here, I drank, and I smiled.
Oh, you're welcome, man.
But the most profound message, the most profound message that I've read here.
I've turned into a pillow.
Heater here. I can write down here.
We'll make the movie black and white. And we'll call it Zero. What?
That kind of hits you right here, man. I couldn't have said it better myself, right? Bubby's hiding in there somewhere. I know we're inside the hotel room, but they say, like, the corona can stay in the air for, like, 10 hours, so we're most likely going to catch the corona from this, man, but...
I had to show him that you have to touch your guy's dick to turn the light on.
Bobby.
Turn it on and off. Just come here, look. Show him. It's funny. It's extremely funny.
I keep looking at the camera, not at you. This is crazy, man. Again, stuff like this, like, Bobby, the sheet, put the thing with the sheet, put the sheet back. Do not touch that mattress, man. There is no telling what has happened on that mattress. Oh, hell no. There we go. Look at the dart.
I don't like it.
I like this a lot better. I like the mood it sets.
I mean, yeah.
So yeah, we turned off that huge intrusive light and just threw on the lamp here, man.
And we got the bathroom light on, and we got the window open. Luckily we're upstairs, because I would be scared right now.
That light. Oh, look, it says, light my fire. Imagine that. What's just really cool about this, man, is one of the things Jim hated is they weren't listening to his words on the song. You know, listening to the lyrics. You know, they were trying to put him in little teeny bop magazines and shit. And, you know, he became like a sex symbol. And people went to the shows for, like, spectacle. And what Ray Manzarek always said was, you know, they weren't listening to the words. And that's what Jim cared about the most. He was a poet. I mean, straight up, he was a poet. All them Doors lyrics, that's straight poetry. Ooh, camera angle experimentation. I'm getting influenced by being at UCLA. Talking about the film school. And and I'm drinking a little bit. You got to when you're in Jim's room. Alright, dude. The same noise, even. No, I'm kidding. No. One last look, Bubba. Well, we'll be back. We'll be back, Jim. Jim always knows we'll be back, right?
Keys.
Alright.
Keys for the last time.
Not the last time.
No,
just for
the
today.
last time.
Alright, come on. Why are you he's sitting back down? You see him? He's trying to get back into the... Bubby, look. Walk her up. And the sad walk. Alright, how am I going to do this, Bubby? Alright. So we're gonna going to show you why, of course, this is really convenient for Jim to stay right here at the Alta Cienega, room 32. Like I said, we're at La Cienega, Santa Monica Boulevard. There's that baby. The reason why, of course, everything he needed was right around here within walking distance. Boom. Grab it. Hold on. Let me get this. So, of course, right here is the Alta Cienega. Okay. Right there where I'm pointing was the Doors offices, the Doors workshop, where they had the offices up top, and downstairs was where they rehearsed. Right here, you had the phone booth. Right next door, one of Jim's favorite topless bar right here. Right next door. Right there is where he had Electra recording studios. Right there is where Themis was, and that was his soulmate, Pamela Corson, where he bought her a clothing boutique that was right there. You go up that way, Barney's Beanery. It's right around the corner on the right. And if you take a left, you're at the Sunset Strip. Everything he needed was right here, within walking distance. You know, when Light My Fire came out, or went number one, when Light My Fire hit number one, Elektra Records kind of gave them all a present. And Jim did choose a 1967 Mustang Shelby. But as you know, he was a drinker and he wrecked that pretty often and would just leave it there and walk away. Then they would have to call to get it like towed and get it fixed. And oh my God, look at this car coming up right here, bub. Right here, bub. I wish I was rolling like that, folks, but I'm not. But yeah, so when he didn't have the car, I mean, when they weren't on tour, everything he needed was right here in walking distance, man. And we're gonna take you to each individual location right now, starting with right here. I am pretty sure this is not the original building. That it was, you know, torn down, and you know, this, it's like a little, what is it called, a strip mall? So yeah, I'm pretty sure this is not original, but this is the location where the phone booth would have been. It was Jim's favorite topless bar. Magazines, he used to take them in there to, you know, to do interviews. He would take them here. And I'll throw some pictures up if I can find them. But yeah, right here was the phone booth. All right. There's so many locations around here, man. Let's go this way. Oh, and right here, right across the street from the Doors workshop is what they called it, is right there. I'm not getting any endorsements from Red Bull, unfortunately. I don't even usually drink Red Bull, but the Doors workshop would be right there. And right next door, this place, Monaco Liquor, has been here since, man, I think even before the 60s, but it was definitely here in the 60s when Jim and the Doors were right here. So yeah, this is where, of course, they would come and get their drinks and stuff, you know, at the end of rehearsal. It was conveniently right next door. And Bubby looks like he's pretty stoked about all this. Check him out. Okay, so what should we do first, man? Oh, we already did that. Okay. Bub, come on. And right next door, where you see Al's and Ed's Auto Sound, that was another topless bar called The Extension. That was right next door to the Doors workshop. So, yeah, 2 topless bars right here, man. Within walking distance. You can see why Jim chose the spot, man. Alright, Bubby. That's gonna do it. Unfortunately, we want to live here forever. But, you know the drill. Like, subscribe. Catch you on the flip-flop.
Jim's room.
Jim's room.